see it, there are three main advantages to transparency legislation. The first is that it enables sound public policy in other domains, because only if we really know what's going on inside these platforms will we be able to craft other kinds of policy dealing with content moderation, dealing with privacy and the like. And so right now, legislators are legislating in the dark. The second is that it will actually help the platforms learn about their products, because outsiders will be able to analyze what they're going, how the products are working and the effect of these firms on the information environment. And the third is that it's going to help society, because right now we really don't know what's happening in the online universe. And so much of our life now is happening on these platforms that whether you want to study the pandemic or disinformation or any number of other social phenomenon, we really need to understand what's happening on these platforms. In order to open a window onto the platforms to understand what they're doing, we need legislation. I've worked on a piece of legislation here in the United States called the Platform Accountability and Transparency Act, which would allow for researchers to have access to data, as well as to force the platforms to disclose certain information to the public. And in this legislation, researchers would have access to data at the firms in order to analyze it and on any number of problems. And the government would be the one that would control access. However, it's really critical in these settings, if this is going to work, that we protect user privacy, because one of the trade-offs that I've seen in my work with the platforms already is that often they're willing to have outsiders have access to some of this data, but it's never at the level that the insiders at these firms have access to. And that's really critical for us to understand what's happening in the online information ecosystem.
Sciences Po.